He's seen better. There has been talk of sending him down to the basement. That is, the basement sick room. None of the other sisters are permitted entry. Teles. She gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind, which is to be expected. Those who... And yet... I do hope not before...
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement, and none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis that you've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go? You've my thanks. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend, so I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
Aught about this reeks of a plot. Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
My days are...
Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce. I must up...
What has come over you, Arisen?
This is a place of prayer. Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Are you here by...
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. I have noticed...
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
You looking for a fight?
You here to aid me?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
What do you think? What do you think?
Let me get that.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work. This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Prepare to engage!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
I concur.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
This headache's dragging me up the walls,
Wish I had someone to talk to.
I haven't seen my husband in some time.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
Our work's near done.
Suppose that's enough.
I spend my day.
Wish I had.
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without...
This place offers a view of the sea.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good. Many thanks.
It was a paltry repast.
What now?
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Quite agree.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? I have noticed that the abbess...
This performance is the...
Elena? Ah, yes. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sick. In the end, I survived. But methinks I was... And once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And you'd think 'twere medicine. But I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. They were whispering. But I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the common quarter. And always in...
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Dark, suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled.
To be something fun to do. One day, I'm
It's been a hard day. I fancy a kip. But not at the expense of my duty.
I'll take any chance not to think on my trouble. Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk.
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
I know not what to make of this.
This is a place of prayer.
Greetings. You think you need only make a worthy offer. I have seen your path. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares. Living's hard, but dreams are free.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, when he learnt of Your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements, as to how he learned Your Majesty's location with such ease. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take...
So the agent was of Batal after all. 'Tis rather eerie that someone should be sent across the border to spy on you.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeed for some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur. Yet 'tis strange. For sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our... 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe in... I am glad to hear it. For I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is...
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that?
There is much we ought to tend to. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, there have been hold the false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man be... What say you, Your Majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them once your infiltration is successful. You will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think... Here. This take care, Your Majesty. Ah. There is masquerades being as they are. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wise... There is much we ought to tend to. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now. Would that I could undertake the task myself. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to
I mislike the look of this.
This was well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares
You...
What a bizarre village that was. The villagers stared at me with a bizarre intensity. It was as though they were praising me somehow.
Welcome. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? Despite the hour? Much obliged. There are no wisdom to offer.
Greeting. You need only make a worthy... I have seen your path. You've my gratitude. If the way forward is shrouded to you, 'tis lovely to see you.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter him. Another speak. Fair travels, Arisen. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
Might you spare me?
Shall we present the evidence?
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared... All right on the roads, despite you know where to find. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Over here, if you please. Twould seem we've all we need to hand. We have arrived.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loathe as... You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found any... I have noticed that the abbess... You're back. What? Do you think... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. Pray, sir, do what you can.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in Rest Town.
Tis as you say.
Shall we bring the medicine we discovered to the doctor over in the Rest Town? Mayhap he can tell us of its effects. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Shall we get some rest, then? Good morrow, everyone.
Off.